So these are the instructions on how to use the Arrow receiver with Arc Collector. So we've turned on the iPad and we need to make sure that the Arrow EOS positioning system is also turned on. So we pressed the on button on it and we've waited a few minutes and all of the lights turn on. So the red light's the power light, the green, amber and yellow lights are for the GPS signals getting different corrections, and the blue light is for the Bluetooth. We can double check that by going into settings and looking at Bluetooth, and it says the third one on the list is Arrow 100 and it says it's connected. So by pressing the home button at the bottom of the screen, the little button, we can then come out. We can then go into Collector. Now there's one map loaded on to the device, so you shouldn't need any internet connection before you start off. We can check that the software is also receiving the updates from the GPS hat by clicking on the little person icon in the top left hand corner. That brings up the profile. On there you can see on the left hand side it says location provider. We can touch on that and you'll see that either it has a choice of the integrated, which is a built-in GPS within the iPad, which we don't want, which is a 5-meter accuracy, or the EOS one, which is ticked, which we do want, which is a more accurate device. So because that's ticked, we're happy with that. We can press the profile button to come out and then the done button in the top right hand corner, and that will take us out of there. So clicking on Collector Light, we then go in and you can see there's some preloaded default map areas. You can choose Stornoway to start off with, so just click on that. You can pinch and zoom and drag the photography as you wish. If you want to load in different photography, you can then go in, again, Dalmore. You can then zoom in and out. Because I'm in neither of those places, I'm in Great Glen House, I'll click on those ones. So you can see there's a series of points, lines and dots all over the place. There's also a little blue icon, which is my current location. So I'll wander about now and you'll see that actually that will change position. Okay, so if I'm now walking to a bit that I'm actually wanting to survey, I'll do an imaginary line down the middle of this car park here and walk towards the gate. So I'll start at the beginning. I'm happy with where I'm going. I might take a picture, so I'll come out, press the home button, press the camera, take a picture, go back home, go into Collector. I'll then add a point. So use the bottom right hand corner, there's a plus button. I'll create a coastal edge point. I then attach a picture from the photo library and just go into the picture that's just been taken, update point. In the top right hand corner you'll then see submit. You need to press submit for the data to be saved. It then saves that locally on the device and you're done. If I want to walk a line, survey a line, then I'll just press the plus button and it will say, well, we want to create a new point. What sort of point do we want? We want a coastal edge line. We then type in details, so my initials are AR, the organisation is SNH, the line type is vegetation edge, and because this is a test in the comment box, I'm going to write test. I'm going to press done. You can drag that menu down by the little grey bit at the top of the screen, pull that down. You'll then see that the 3 dots, which shows you a menu in there on the right hand side, there's 3 little dots. Press those. We then have undo, update selected point, delete selected point, or start streaming. Now we want to start streaming, so press start streaming and then start walking along your vegetation edge, and you'll see that the screen then updates with a series of red dots. They are probably at about either ½ meter or 1 meter intervals. So I'll walk up to the gate and I will then pause at the corner, let it catch up, walk across the gate, let it catch up, and then walk back down my imaginary line that I'm interested in. And you can keep doing that until you want to stop. I'll then stop streaming, and then I can submit in the top right hand corner. Whilst it's doing that, you can see that the accuracy is shown at the top of the screen as well. It says 28.7 centimeters, 28.6 centimeters. Again, you can clear that like that. You can drag the map around the screen. If you need to center it on yourself, use the little arrowhead in the top right hand corner, and that will bring the map back to center. So that needs to be repeated for each of the lines that you're surveying. If you can use the integrated camera, the actual iPad's camera software, then it saves a copy of that photograph in the photo library, which is really, really helpful. And then you can attach those as points, as we did earlier on. Once you come back into the office and you've got Wi-Fi, you can press the home button, go to settings, go to Wi-Fi, and your Wi-Fi should appear on the right hand side. You can then connect to the Wi-Fi. If you then go press the home button again and come back into Collector, you can either do it from this screen or you can actually do it from the earlier screen. So you can then go in. So if you've been in Stornoway, you can see that there's 3 little dots there. If you click on that, you'll get a menu, and it then says sync, rename area, or remove area. You want to synchronize, press sync, and that will then connect through the Wi-Fi to update the points on the cloud, and then I'll be able to see them from there. Similarly, if you've done some tests in Stornoway, that's how you do it. If you've done the actual surveying in Dalmore and you'd like to do that, then you can press and do exactly the same thing. You'll see that there aren't any local edits for Stornoway and Dalmore because you've not done anything yet, whereas in Great Glen House you see that actually there's a little symbol there with 4 local edits. So I would go into the office, click that, press sync, and it'll then synchronize. Okay. It's as simple as that. Any questions, give us a shout, and we'll be right. Many thanks.